Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I am, as always, your host, AR the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about Columbus, Ohio, and the problem it has, and it sure as shit in illegal gun owners in this state or this country. Nope, it's the criminals that these scumbag Democrats love to vote into office. And then the scumbag criminals that let off the hook 3-4 years ago when they committed a bunch of rioting within the city and a bunch of terrorist acts on top of that one. Yep, that's who's to blame. But of course, you got stupid bitches on Twitter who are trying to blame legal gun ownership in this state. And it's like, yeah, pretty sure legal gun owners aren't going out at 11:30 to 2 a.m. and doing gunfights in downtown Columbus, Ohio, in the short north specifically, right in front of fucking cops, dude. No, that's the Somali trash that Kasich brought into the state under Obama's bitch ass. And it's the other motherfuckers that were already here before that, who are now the grown-up children of a bunch of fucking welfare queens who don't even have legal gun ownership in this country because they're multi-time felons, dude. That's who these people are that are doing this shit, man. Hell, I saw this shit over a decade ago when I was living in Columbus, dude. It's why I moved the fuck out of that shithole, dude. Because I was sick and tired of it. I hate that fucking place, dude. I really do. Like, honestly, and I'm going to say it like it is right now, right? When I was living down in Columbus there, 2009, 2011, it really wasn't that bad. Like, it was still bad, obviously, because it was a major city and stuff like that. You still had violence going on, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. Back then, at least you could go to places and not be stepping over homeless encampments and not be stepping over fucking basically junkies on the street corners ready to get their next fix. That's exactly how it is now, man. I was down there a few years ago visiting family. We took the wrong exit, is what it was. Ended up in downtown instead of, a little bit further out is what it was there. And holy fucking shit. This was like 2018, 2019, somewhere in there. What do I see on the corner? By the way, this is a methadone clinic that was there that the people were going into. Fucking line out the damn door of people scratching and clawing at their faces and stuff like that because they're a bunch of fucking junkies. That's not a Republican problem, dude. That's not a fucking legal gun problem in this country. That is a Democrat created and Democrat funded, big pharmaceutical endorsed and induced dope sick type of scenario. That's what that is. By the way, it's a great series. If you haven't watched it, you should. Dope Sick. It was based around the whole thing of how our FDA basically got in bed with big pharmaceutical companies and allowed a bunch of prescription drugs on the market. Should never been allowed on the market that were all a bunch of fucking legal heroin. Because that's what Oxycontin is for the end of the day. It's legal heroin. Just like how Adderall, which you should never have your kids on, by the way, either for that matter, because it's literally legal methamphetamines. You're giving your kids crystal meth and you're feeding them Adderall or Ritalin for that matter. Don't give your kids that shit, dude. Don't dope them up like that. Let the kids be kids, man. Most of them don't have an issue where they need that shit anyway. Boys are going to be boys. They're going to play with toys. They're going to play. They're going to fight. They're going to do whatever they want to do, man. They're going to be rambunctious children is what it is. Don't deprive them of that childhood innocence just because you're a lazy-ass parent. I want to dope your fucking kids up on some meds, dude. So, anyway, to go to the Twitter here, I was actually responding back to some dumb cunt who was trying to talk about the OK Corral. Hey, Hello say instead of dealing harshly with violent criminals spreading chaos, the crowd at Columbus City Hall wants to close small businesses early which this dumb bitch talking about women's rights or human rights said, "Just a thought, but it could be. It could be small businesses in the short north would flourish if we didn't have the open/concealed carry gunfight at the OK Corral NRA dystopia you idiots have created." And my response to this dumb cunt is, and it's not everyday gun owning Ohioans who were doing those gunfights. It's the multi-time felons you and your Dem buddies let off the hook after they tried torching Columbus during the 2020 riots and smashed up the State House windows and vandalized statues within the buildings. Dumb bitch. But yeah, what people are actually talking about here is you got that moron Ginther. Oh my god, dude. That looks like straight up Nazi Germany fucking watchtowers, bro. Like, not even gonna lie, like having gone up there like that, like, yeah, that looks like some fucking Jesus, dude. Columbus priest training short north in a militarized occupation zone. Yeah, looks like it, honestly, dude. It's pathetic, is what that is. Why do they even have those things? Is my question, really, dude. Like, who gives them the funding for this shit? Seriously, man. That's just fucked up, bro. Let's see. Yeah, what we were talking about here was it said, well, short north businesses close early, many still wrestling with closures. So basically, what happened was you had 2 shootings happen, or was it 3 shootings actually? I know that Heavy Duty Country talked about it last night. Essentially, what you had a couple different shootings happen in the short north area here in Columbus in the last couple weekends. Dipshit Andrew Ginther, who's too busy trying to pass ordinances that completely break state preemption in July by passing mag bans at a city level, is now trying to close down businesses instead of doing his fucking job, is what it is. And, be mayor and actually go after violent criminals, is what it is, man. Yeah, let's see. We got murder warrant has been filed in the arrest of Karan Boston, who was responsible for the shooting that occurred in the Short North on May 14th, 2023. Columbus police responded to Short North for a reported fight, heard gunfire, then found Arthur Pickens lying in the street. So this is basically the jerk off that killed him in that gunfight. Yeah, shocker. Black on black crime, dude. I've been calling that shit out for years now. I'm sick and tired of seeing it, man. Honestly, that AK Nation News guy says it correct, man. The worst thing that somebody can have is being in proximity to Sunmen. Because if you're a Sunman and you're in proximity of another Sunman, you're probably gonna get shot. Is what it is. So, let's see. Got this person here say, I think this is one of the local reporters, one of the affiliates there. Yeah, she's like NBC or ABC down there in Columbus. Said, wake up, Cebus. Said, here is what Short North looks like this morning as business owners prepare for another weekend with midnight restrictions and recommendations, all in the name of safety. Yeah, it's a Columbus Police new anti-crime initiative in place in the Short North. Midnight restrictions starting Friday into Saturday, including bars closed at midnight and parking restrictions. We are live all morning with what this means to you, is what the people are saying. That is great. Like, seriously, what the hell is this even considered, man? Because it looks like an almost guard tower they created that can be just like wheeled around to wherever the fuck they want to put it, is what it is. I'm assuming, like, given the size of this, there's going to be somebody sitting up in that thing. Like, I guarantee this is going to be a sniper's nest, is what it is, dude. Like, that's what that actually is, honestly. It's like a little container for a fucking one-man sniper nest, basically, for the Columbus cops and stuff. And it appears to have what looks like a camera next to it there. So, yeah, fucking nuts, bro. See, then we got 4 hours ago, breaking Columbus Division of Police filed an arrest warrant for the man accused of fatally shooting another man during a fight in the Short North last weekend, which was obviously that jerk off right there. And then we got, see, people just basically bitching about, a bunch of Democrats basically bitching out Jim Jordan and everything else like that. Closer to home, Columbus. Yeah, he was saying, hey, Jim Jordan, even closer to home. Columbus progressive, Andrew Ginther, calling for the popular Short North area to be closed early this weekend because of more dangerous than Fallujah. Why doesn't Candy Andy. Who the fuck is Candy Andy? Just post a free gun-free zone sign. Oh, okay, Andrew Ginther. Just post a few gun-free zone signs. He's again close to another 2. Yeah, and that's what Jim Jordan said about a half hour ago. He said 4 injured, 3 arrested, 10 knives recovered. Democrat run Milwaukee. So that happened in Milwaukee, and then yeah, this guy was talking about it being closer to home then. Fucking insane, dude. Yeah, this was what happened, by the way. This is the police footage of it here, where you had them basically just chit-chatting with some dudes. Like just shooting the shit with some guys, and all of a sudden gunfire started popping off, and they're like running over here now. I think I know exactly where this is too, if I'm not mistaken. Although it's hard to tell because they seem like, I swear to God, dude, like I'll give Columbus one thing. If it's not for basically destroying history, it's just creating a bunch of new shit then. Because honestly, I could go down there now and think of different places that I was around me when I lived down there over a decade ago, and it's completely different now because they've torn down some buildings and rebuilt other buildings and their places and everything else like that. So yeah, it's hard to tell exactly where that's at right now. But anyway, I think honestly it's basically a whole thing. And yeah, just crazy stuff, man. It seems like some people are rightfully blaming Ginther for this, which he should be blamed because he's a fucking scumbag sack of shit mayor that has no business being in office anymore. The problem is right now the guy who he's facing off against is an even worse Democrat who's more anti-gun, more anti-life, and basically is the Antifa. Andrew Ginther is what it is, dude. Which Andrew Ginther ain't far from Antifa, but this other guy is 100% Antifa is what it is, man. Yeah, let's see. This person was responding to some people and said, Ginther went from saying the short north is safe to be inside after dark, close the blinds, and go to sleep before midnight in 6 days flat. That's fucking pathetic, dude. Let's see. Somebody was calling out the NBC4 there and said, why is that happening? All those cops and patrols on North High Street, Short North area, and Columbus campus area are good for nothing. If there is a rise in violence, we will see more cop cars, right? Because violence wouldn't rise if cops are doing their jobs right. I gotta kind of agree with the guy on that one because it's like that is the problem though, right? It's like you're not preventing anything. You're just basically there. And like with that, dude, you had fucking cops just having interaction with 3 young black dudes is what it was on the street, just shooting the shit basically, and all of a sudden it's just like other side of the fucking road and like half a block down, it's just like bop, 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 by 2 fucking dudes having a fucking gang fight shootout is what it was, dude. And then you got these other dumb bitches who I called out there earlier, who were sitting there trying to be like, oh no, it's because of concealed carry and constitutional carry. No, it's not, you dumb bitch. And first of all, lady, number one, the NRA didn't back shit, you dumb fucking cunt. It was people like me who actually got the ball rolling all the way to the fucking finish line. What the NRA did was at the fucking 5-yard line, 4th down, sat there and fucking decided, oh, we're going to try to pick up this ball now and just run it into the fucking field goal is what it is, dude. And throw Terry stops and other stupid bullshit into it then. That watered the bill down from a better version. That's what they fucking did. So if you want to sit there and call Ohio constitutional carry NRA endorsed, you're a fucking moron. The only thing they endorsed was watering the shit down. Like a good anti-gun group does that claims to be pro-2A. Anyway, gonna do a few more of these before I gotta go because I got about 20 minutes before I gotta do some stuff. So, let's see. This guy here said new restrictions and increased police security presence is already being set up ahead of tonight. The Short North Columbus businesses are being asked to shut down at midnight on High Street. See, and that's the problem though, right? Like, just looking at this stuff right here, right? Like, you got more security cameras being set up there. You got them shutting up the like sniper's nest thing. You got no stopping, no parking from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. there. And it's like, bro, like, what does that really do? It does nothing. It does nothing to actually fix the real problem. Because all it's going to happen is, and this is one thing people were even talking about in the last few days here, they were saying how it was like, all this shit seems to be happening when the bars shut down at like 2 a.m. So all it's going to happen is you're going to have more shootings now. They're just going to happen at midnight instead of 2 a.m. is what it is. So I don't know if I was screen sharing there or not. I think I was, but I think I clicked it off as what it was there. But yeah, that's the whole point, though. You're not going to change anything. You're just going to have more shootings happen. It's just going to be earlier on. If you wanted to do actual things, and I'm not going to sit here and say stop and frisk is legal or anything like that, dude, but yeah, you should actually have a thing where if you're going to have the shit going on there, have bouncers, for God's sakes. Do a proper fucking pat down of people, man, in these various places. Because there's different clubs and bars and stuff all across that area, dude. Have a bouncer at the fucking door doing a wand style pat down and an actual like physical pat down of people that walk in the fucking door. And if they catch somebody with a gun, guess what? That person gets arrested. Because they're breaking the law then. Because you're not allowed to carry within a fucking liquor establishment when you're going to be drinking. Do I think that's right personally? No, I don't. I think it's bullshit personally. I think it's absolute bullshit. You should be able to drink and carry no matter what, dude. Especially if you're a fucking female in this country that could easily be the victim of a violent sexual assault in these major cities. Just because you've had a drink or two doesn't mean you're drunk. And it should not suspend your Second Amendment rights to keep and bear arms either, for that matter. Especially if you're going to be walking home alone or even walking with a small group of other chicks or whatever the case be. Because it would be them is when you're going to be attacked. So, like I said, for me personally, like hell, man, I was over 450 pounds when I lived in Columbus, dude. And these two motherfuckers still tried to jump my ass. They still tried to fuck my big ass, dude. And that was over a decade ago. And thank God I was able to run my fat ass out of there. I can't say the same nowadays, dude. I'd probably have to stand and fight, and I just have to stand my fucking ground then, is what it is. It's my fucking bum ass knee now. So, anyway, let's see here. Let's see, you got this fucking idiot saying to Frank LaRose, love how everybody dances around the fact that we all know what group is doing the shooting, but hell, let's shut down the food trucks. Woke prevents naming names. The destruction of Short North is at hand. You lose the people, you lose the money, you lose the businesses. And as this other person said, my concern with closing Short North at midnight, apart from uncertainty how it's supposed to fix the situation, is that the trouble will just move up High Street to the campus neighborhoods. And by the way, this is a reason right here, the campus neighborhood thing, dude, is exactly why we at the network have been fighting for campus carry for 3 or 4 years now, is what it is. Even before I became the Ohio Patriot Education Network, back when I was just Ohio's for Freedom is what it was, a couple years back. And even before that, when I was nothing, when I was just a guy, I was fighting back then to try to get campus carry in the state, and they still haven't done it. And I think it's absolute bullshit because you have these kids that are, 18 to 21 or so, 22 usually in most cases because they're going to college and stuff there, that can't carry there. And as far as I'm aware, because the way that Ohio State sets itself up there in that city and stuff, dude, even if I was to go down there right now as a 38-year-old man and carry, they would try to fucking have me arrested because you'd be like, oh, you're on the sidewalk by the campus. Fuck you. I am on a public sidewalk, bitch. You do not fucking own the goddamn sidewalks, Ohio State. And it was any other fucking college down there, you bitch. So to sit there and talk about people's rights being suspended because they're on a fucking public sidewalk that my tax dollars and everybody else's pay for, you ass wipes, you can go fuck yourself on that one. And that's the biggest problem right now currently, is you have all these people down there, all these, minorities doing all this crime down there who are doing so because they know that they have victims that they could easily victimize, just like when I was almost killed by 2 black dudes. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, that's who's fucking doing this shit. And 90% of the fucking time or more, it's black on black crime. It was a black dude killing another black dude down there. I'm going to call it like it fucking is right now. Because I don't give a fuck anymore. That's who's doing this shit. It's black on black, dude. It's black on black. It's black on white. It's fucking the emboldenment of that piece of shit Obama back in 2014 when he gave BLM their hate platform at the White House to spew a bunch of black supremacist shit that has now infected our fucking country for almost a decade and is emboldening black supremacy to fucking rise the fuck up in this country. And yet, meanwhile, you got the dumbass fucking feds out there creating these fake ass white supremacists and Patriot Front and fucking Blood Tribe and all these other dumbass groups they create now. Like, enough is enough, man. Fuck them. America does not have a white supremacist problem. We have a black supremacist problem. Period. End of fucking story. And we have a huge open border problem at this point where you have illegal aliens jumping our fucking borders every single day in fighting age males that are creating foreign standing armies that are eventually going to be the people we're going to fight against in the Second American Civil War and revolution in this country. And it's as simple as that, really. Anyway. Where the fuck is that now? Let's see. This person here said Short North was once a place full of art galleries, now a place of alcohol and death. Yeah, pretty much. See, the Scott Woods guy said, if you think they won't take one weekend of no shooting in the Short North as some kind of leadership win, regardless of how that's achieved in reality, you have not been paying attention to how the city rolls. They love making success narrative mountains out of molehills. Oh yeah, they do, man. Let's see. This Isaiah Walker guy said, hate to agree with Frank LaRose, but Ginther's solution to this is ridiculous. Punishing the Short North businesses because the city can't curb violence or tell the Columbus Police Department to not shoot into crowds is some peanut brain nonsense. Well, I mean, it is Andrew Ginther, for God's sakes, dude. So there you go, man. Let's see here. Yeah, this is dipshit Ginther right here, the idiot in the fucking the podium there, said yesterday. He says, back-to-back weekends of deadly violence in the Short North requires a change in tactics. It comes down to this. If you are planning to come to the Short North this weekend looking for trouble, think again. You ain't gonna do shit, bitch. If you really gave a fuck, Ginther, you'd have your punk ass out there fucking armed with an AR, bitch. And be like, you wanna fucking start some shit, motherfucker? But no, you're a punk ass anti-gun politician who wants to be a fucking hypocrite douchebag who surrounds yourself with armed security in the form of police officers every single day of your worthless ass life as mayor of Columbus. That's exactly what it is, buddy. So fuck you, Ginther. Yeah, you ain't gonna do shit, bitch. It's a fucking veiled threat is what it is, dude. It's an empty fucking threat is what it really is, honestly, at the end of the day. It's like, it's not gonna stop anything, dude. If people want to go down and shoot each other, they're gonna go down and shoot each other, man. But by all means, post every gun-free zone sign you can, dude, and see what fucking happens. Because it's not like they go into magical effect and just stop the bullets, like that one meme with Neo from Matrix. That'd be funny if they did, though. Actually, it's not gonna happen, though, dude. Honestly, it really ain't. So, but yeah, this person here, the Sammy guy, said, if you were planning to come to Short North at all this weekend, think again. Spend your money in Grandview, Guyana, Dublin, and Grove City until Columbus City officials get their minds right and does something about the real problem. Of course, this douchebag tries to say the guns. Fuck you, buddy. It's not the guns, dumbass. It's the criminals. Call him out on that one. Problem. It's the criminals behind them that are Now we got Ohio Families Unite for Political Action and Cause said, what is the point of body cameras if they don't have to wear them due to, quote, special duty? Let's see, 10 injured in Short North shooting, 1 suspect arrested. That is weird. Let's see, this person was responding to some pro-choice person. Or no. I don't know if that's... leave me alone. I don't know if that means they're pro-choice or anti, or if they're actually pro-life. I'm not sure on that one, though. But anyway, this person was responding about it. Someone said, personally, the essence was destroyed when they decided to make the Short North trendy. Remember when it was basically all galleries and small shops? Yeah. I mean, the thing was, even going back to when I was living down there, it was, you had, when I was running from those two dudes is what it was. You had, it was like a little hemp, it was a, not hemp shop, a hookah shop that was down there. And I was able to run towards that place because it was all lit up and stuff like that. And it wasn't until I got to that point I was able to catch my breath and stuff like that. And people outside smoking hookahs and stuff like that. that I was like, okay, cool, I'm in a safe place basically right now because it was like a few blocks from my apartment then. See, this person here said, saw Short North trending on Twitter, checked and froze for a second when I realized just how it's where it's referencing to hearts going out to violence victims in my home state. Violence needs to stop by clamping down everyone. Oh, violence needs to stop, but clamping down everyone isn't the answer. No, it's clamping down the fucking criminals who are doing the crimes, dude. That's what the whole point is now. So then we got new lights camera already visible in Short North neighborhood of Columbus ahead of weekend, hoping to stave off the action of recent weekends. Then we got vendors upset about city mandating food carts in Short North closed by midnight. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, dude. Like, so you're basically telling them, okay, you were going to be open until 2 or 3 a.m. or whatever it was until the bars closed and shit like that. Now you got to close by midnight. Okay, so you're taking money out of my pocket. I'm going to sue the fuck out of you, dude. That's what they need to be doing right now. They need to be taking Andrew Ginther's fucking paycheck and every damn dollar he has right now, along with the rest of the city council members, who are a bunch of worthless ass, cuck ass, fucking douchebag Democrats who hate this fucking state, hate this fucking country, hate the gun rights of the people in this state, and need to be tossed out of office anyway in prison currently. So, yeah, take their asses to the fucking cleaners, dude. Sue the shit out of them at this point. Seriously. Do what needs to be done for Ohioans, man. So, anyway. Continuing on, this Joel guy said, rather than arrest, prosecute, and lock up violent criminals in my hometown of Columbus, Ohio, Democrat stronghold in a red state, Andrew Ginther is closing parking around 10 p.m. and imposing a midnight curfew in the Short North. Exactly. Gotta love that one, dude. Sam person said, didn't have the brain power to process it last night, but the fact that the mayor is instituting a midnight curfew in the Short North is really fucked up. Yes, it is. That's the entire point, dude. And what's funny to me, too, by the way, is okay, so you have the Democrat Party and, people that follow the Democrat Party, leftists and stuff like they always talk about right-wingers being the Nazi party and shit like that nowadays or whatever. Yet, who's the one setting up what appeared to be fucking Nazi checkpoints in the city of Columbus? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the Democrat Party, buddy. Like, seriously. It's the surveillance state Democrats that are putting this shit in place, man. That's who the fucking Nazis always have been, bro. It's always been the Democrat Party. So, anyway. Let's go back to the Short North thing real quick here. There's a couple other ones I want to look at here for a minute or two. Let's see. This person here said a couple days ago, it said, imagine a city where Columbus really want, or imagine a world where Columbus really wanted to be a city. Now let's be sure to hold our elected city and state officials accountable. And then that same jackass I was talking about guns and stuff said, yes, rapid transit to get home quickly from the bars closed early in the Short North due to people getting shot with guns. And if we had this rapid transit, people would be able to constitutionally carry on it. As a result, the mayor would just shut down rapid transit for safety. Again, it's not the people constitutionally carrying that are the problem, you fucking idiot. It's the damn criminals. God, you're a fucking moron, bro. Constitutional carry has nothing to do with criminals with illegally possessed firearms. You anti-gunner. Let's see. And you got dipshit Ginther. Mama used to say nothing good happens after midnight. God, that guy really does look like a fucking idiot, man. I'll tell you that much. He really does look like a shithead, man. Fucking Ginther. Lordy, Lord. Let's see what else. Let's see, hilarious. These weirdos have made it so everyone and their mama is walking around with guns, then have the nerve to act confused on weekly shootings in the short. God, fuck you people, man. Yeah, that was them all doing the thing there. 10 people were shot at 2 different scenes in Short North at 2:30. There we go. 2:30 a.m. on Saturday of last weekend. Interesting. So they're talking about the cops probably shot most. Well, here's the thing, right? Like, if you actually look back at the Dayton massacre, even going back, 4 years into 2019 there. So what's interesting is when you look at that, even you have a lot of the people who were found dead around the gunman and stuff like that actually had 9mm rounds in their bodies, which means that the cops, the Dayton Police Department, probably fired the fatal shots in their systems. Is what it was, dude. Now, granted, a lot of them also during the autopsies had 223/556 inside of them as well, which was what the gunman was using that night. That being said, there was also some patrol officers that were also shooting with the same caliber of rifle. So, yeah, hard to tell who fired the fatal shots into some people there, man. Except when you look at some 9mm rounds that were obviously police rounds and a couple people, and you're just like, pretty sure y'all murdered 2 people there, man, or at least killed them while trying to kill this guy, is what it was. So it's like, I don't know. I think it would be probably considered manslaughter at that point if they were to charge those cops, is what it was. But like the whole point of the matter is like it would have been sort of casualties of the overall stopping of a mass shooting, is what it is. Then I'm guessing is what it would be described in their stuff, and that's why they give these police qualified immunity, which I shouldn't have, honestly. Because it's like, no, if you're going to be not good enough to actually fire a shot and kill the guy with the first fucking shot, dude, like you should have better firearms handling skills at that point and be able to do better, is what it is, man. And not have to fire off 20 fucking rounds to kill this dude. And meanwhile, hit like 10 different people that are all bystanders and shit. So, but yeah, of course, these douchebag leftist anti-gunners always try to blame the guns for it all, man. Even though it has nothing to do with the guns, and has 100% to do with the criminals. Y'all are letting back on the streets every single time. See, this Katie woman said would also be fascinating to look at the demographics of food cart owners as opposed to that of restaurant/bars along the high street in Short North, when considering that one set of folks got shut down via executive order and the other set got asked to please do so, meaning the bar owners and stuff like that bring a lot more money into the city is what it is. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, man. It's pretty fucked up. See, this person here that was looking like Brutus said, back to TV10 there, it said, you'll be lucky if they will close by 1 a.m. What will stop quote unquote gun violence? It's not gun violence, it's just violence, dumbass. In Columbus and Short North to get rid of these liberal is to get rid of these liberal judges and start putting bad people in prison. Okay. So I agree with like 99% of that statement. I just don't agree with the whole gun violence phrasing. I hate that fucking phrase, dude, is what it is. Because it's not gun violence, it's the fucking violence of the people committing the crimes, guy. But yeah, he's right about that. Get rid of these fucking leftist ass Soros judges and stuff like that and put these violent ass criminals in prison where they belong, is what it is, man. And then we got somebody else responding back to Ginther saying, shutting down early will only further hurt the Short North businesses. Your policies are killing everything the city has been trying to develop. Everything in Columbus already closes too early. Come up with a better solution. Yep. People keep talking about gun violence. And let's see what we got here. Next time you hear Ginther say he just wants to establish common sense gun safety rules, remember he also wants to order you to go to bed at midnight starting Friday night. Midnight is everyone's bedtime in the Short North, said Ginther. Yeah, about right, about right. Of course, these people are all trying to make out about gayness here. You know, that's one thing I do wonder though. Actually, is how many gay bars of how many gay and like trans bars and stuff like that have opened since then, since I lived down there. Because I remember when I lived down there, there was like one, and it was like way close to where my college was, and there was like nothing else down there. But I'm guessing there's a lot of them. They're like gay bars now and stuff like that. Is what it is. You got Mike DeWine is fascism, aka some girl named Liz. Said closed at 12 p.m. Well then, let's have a block party / street takeover at 2 a.m. in the Short North on Saturday. And this guy said Justin Ginther is asking businesses in Short North to close it. Okay, so they even said it wrong. It said should have been 12 a.m. By the way, what's funny is this person said block party / street takeover is exactly why the Republican Party here is trying to ban hooning in the state of Ohio. For those who don't know what that is, I didn't even know what the fuck it was, honestly, until I looked it up. It's basically the street racing that they do illegally, is what it is, where they're doing like the cars like whipping around and stuff like that. So, yeah, just a bunch of stupidity all the way around, man. These people are all just a bunch of fucking morons, is what it really is, man. They have no clue what the hell's really going on here, and so many of them want to. Okay, so even like right here, right. So this chick is trying to talk about it being a mass shooting. It's not a mass shooting, you fucking idiot. It is, first of all, your definition of a mass shooting is way the fuck off, because what it used to actually be, the definition of a mass shooting way back in the day before the Democrats and the liberal ass moms made action type stuff like that changed it like 10 times. What it used to be is had to be 4 or more shot and killed, and it had to be at least 4 dead, and I believe at least I think it was at least that many wounded as well on top of that. So it was like 4 dead and like a couple wounded or whatever the case be. Then it became 4 shot, or sorry, no, then it became 3 dead, and then it became 3 or more shot or wounded, and go on from there to be a mass shooting now, whatever the case be. No, this is not a mass shooting. It's gang violence, is what it is, dude. Yeah, she said Columbus police did a mass shooting, so they're shutting down Short North because you're the threat. Hey, I don't know how you really consider that to be a mass. Whatever, lady. What the fuck ever. Yeah. Short North going outside was never like this when the people in this pic were running High Street. Ironically enough, the people in that picture are the ones committing a lot of the crimes nowadays, or at least people look like those people anyway. So, just saying, man. Just saying. But anyway, I think that's where we're going to leave it off right now, dude. And, whoa, I just got really lightheaded. That is not good. I think I need to go eat something. That's what it is. Yeah, like that just came out of nowhere on that one. Probably need to get some water and some food in my system then. Yeah, that was not good. Whew. Like honestly, if that had gone on longer, that would have been this cast still running and me on the fucking floor right now, dude, because that was definitely like a fucking almost like a blackout kind of like random dizzy spell more or less. So not good for sure. But yeah, probably just lack of food in my system is what it is. I haven't really eaten today. So I'm gonna go do that real quick here and then do some stuff. But yeah, either way, Columbus is a shithole. We've known that forever is what it is, dude. Just like I read the Democrat hell pocket in the state of Ohio. And it's not surprising when you have idiots like Andrew Ginther and Justin Bibb and all these other fucking retards as the mayors of these places. And I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, in the coming months if Akron had their murder rate increase like fucking crazy because of that Seamus Mallet guy. Because that guy's a fucking moron too, who now wants ranked choice voting in these fucking Democrat primaries is what it is, man. That's like, or you could go fuck yourself and actually have a Republican candidate in the race for once and actually beat somebody for the race, you fucking asshole, instead of actually doing some bullshit ass primary system where it's like, oh, I came in X amount where I didn't even get 50% of the fucking vote, and yet somehow I was now going to be mayor of the fucking city of Akron without having to face anybody in the general election of any other political party. So yeah, fuck you, Malik, you scumbag. You were one of the worst, dude, because you're again one of these assholes who wants to play that identity politics game of I'm going to be the first this thing to be in that thing. It's like just because you're going to be the first of anything, dude, doesn't mean you're going to be the good thing at that point. It just means you're going to be the first jackass that fucks it all up is what it is, man. So anyway, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if come the end of the year, if you actually see Akron's murder rate go up because of this dumbass's fucking leadership is what it is then. Just like Columbus murder rate going up because of Andrew Gither's failed leadership is what it is. And that's all I said at the end of the day. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. I will be back at some point. I don't know when yet, but I still want to do the Oathbreakers episode. I still want to do it, man. I'm gonna do it. I swear to God. It's just, other things have gotten in the way, and then I didn't really want to focus just on one person is what it was. I want to do this story here is what it was, because I think this is more important locally is what it is. Simply because it's going to be going on this weekend. I think you're going to see more and more happen, honestly, like this. I really wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if there was another gang violence shooting there is what it was, dude, where you actually had a bunch of gang members just killing people tonight at like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night or whatever in downtown city of Columbus. And again, this is why I don't live there anymore, man. This is why I will never live in a major city ever again in this country, because when you pack people like fucking sardines on top of each other and they have no room to roam or anything else like that, man, you're inevitably going to have violence is what it is. You're inevitably going to have people wanting to kill each other over gang turf, over fucking everything else for that matter, over little ass beefs and shit like that, over fucking nothing. Oh, this guy stepped on my shoe. Let me go shoot him in the face now. Kind of shit like that. It's fucking ignorant ass behavior by a bunch of ignorant ass motherfuckers who should already be in prison in this state or this country for other crimes they've committed previously is what it is. Stop letting these people out back out into our society. Stop allowing them to have little ass sentences by activist ass judges. Throw the fucking book at them for the multi felonies they're committing already at this point, and keep them locked the fuck up. And this isn't going to happen anymore. And it's as simple as that. Do what needs to be done. Drop the fucking hammer fist on top of their asses, and shit's actually going to change then. And it starts by getting rid of these dumbass Democrat mayors and Democrat city councils in these major cities, dude. Vote Republicans in, vote third party in. I don't care if it's Libertarian, Green Party, whatever the case be. Vote anybody else and that's not a fucking Democrat that would actually do something to fix the fucking problem, man. And if you're not going to be the ones voting for those people, then be the ones running as those people and make sure that you get into office yourself and change it that way then. Because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a new group of actual grassroots candidates who give a shit about the Constitution, who give a shit about the right to keep and bear arms in this country, to get into office right now and actually change the fucking problem of these Democrat cities right now, these Democrat hell pockets, these Democrat shitholes. And until that happens, nothing's going to change. It's always going to be the same bullshit. It's always going to be a bunch of Andrew Ginther fucking jerk-off types in office there that don't give a shit about our rights, don't give a shit about people's actual safety or freedoms or anything else like that, and just want to grab onto power and just grab the fucking reins and hold on to it until they die. And it's as simple as that. Hope you guys enjoy this episode, and I'll see you all on the next one.